Hi everybody, thanks a lot for taking the time to join us back on my Corvette channel. If you checked in here, and here it's human nature. People are curious about people. Well, that's what we showcase on this channel. People that love Corvette, that want to buy Corvette, that are buying Corvette, guys that are selling Corvette. Welcome to our channel that continues to grow. Subscribe, support this channel. There's a little quick link down here in the lower right hand corner. It's either a logo or my name. Click that. I do appreciate your support and I'm glad that you joined us today. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm glad you joined us for today's episode. I've got a couple of fun clips and some great people picking up cars I can't wait to share with you. Let me address the last couple of vlogs real quick. Our Sunday Coffee with Conti, Paul getting a ZR1 from Washington State. We're going to be shipping that car. A lot of you had asked, text, emails, and comments here on the channel. They said, hey, Rick, you didn't do the traditional send-off pat for Paul. You know, actually, I didn't do that while I was here. I do apologize. We are going to do it, though, when it ships, and I'm hoping that maybe I'll learn by then how to use that drone he got me, and I can get you some above footage of the car going in the trailer. That would be pretty cool. Okay, now the pressure's on. I said that, so now I'm probably got to do it. Also, too, from the Detroit Auto Show just a couple of days ago, if you're watching this in real time, wow, great response. We knew all along the C8 Corvette was not going to be there. I told you all along, regardless, I was planning to go there. That's why I filled out the media stuff before the end of December. Well, we were there. We try to have fun and showcase the show for you and show you some different aspects of Media Day. So a lot of people seem to enjoy that. Yes, we're all disappointed the C8 wasn't there, but let me tell you this. I'm so glad the C8 wasn't revealed there. That show, I mean, I grew up in southeastern Michigan. I went to that show countless times. I'll tell you something, guys, and I hate to say it, and other people have reported on it, that show was probably, we didn't convey that in the vlog, but it was probably the most depressing car show that I've ever been to. And especially being what that venue is or was at Cobo Hall in downtown Detroit, it was crazy, man. I walked around the place a couple of times. I'm like, did I miss something? It's like, no, that's it. You saw it all, man. So glad you guys enjoyed the vlog. Anyways, I showed a clip of a car that was a mid-engine car, and from a quick glimpse, it would, it's like, oh, it's a mid-engine car. And I did film it. I just forgot to put it in the edit. I apologize. And they said, hey, well, what is that car? Just to show you, I do read your comments. That car was a McLaren. So thanks again for watching that vlog, and for what was there in Detroit. I think we tried to present it in the most fun manner that we could here in the vlog. And me being a Chevy dealer representative at Media Days was a great pleasure to be there for you guys. Okay, let me set up this next clip for you. I may talk about it in the clip, but I've got two great people picking up vehicles today that I'm excited to share with you in the vlog, and I'm glad that you took time to share it with us. A past customer of mine named Jim here in Ohio has bought 4 Corvettes from me, and it's great that he's local. He comes in for service, and we talk all the time. Came in one time, and he brought me this folder. He says, hey, Rick, because I order the cars that we don't buy at other dealerships, the inventory, I pick the colors, I pick the packages, the transmissions, the wheels, all that kind of stuff. So I take great pride in ordering the cars for inventory that eventually will be your car. And Jim knows this. So he comes in with this folder and he says, hey, let me ask you something. It was kind of cool how he asked me, And he says, he goes, if I spec'd out a car, would you order it for inventory? And I'm thinking, well, yeah, sure. He gives me the folder. He's more than ready to go. I open it up and I look at it, and because I'm so particular on options and combos and things like that, and I don't want to hurt his feelings, I'm looking at it and I'm like, ooh, yeah. I said, Jim, man, I don't know about this one option here, man. Can I think about this? He said, yeah, sure, yeah, no, whatever, no big deal. So it didn't hurt his feelings. So a couple of weeks later, he stops back by, he's got another folder in his hand, and he puts it down on my desk. He's like, oh, is this one you want me to order for inventory? He goes, no, this is what I want you to order for me. I said, okay, so I open it up. Now, he changed the exterior color, still had this one feature on there, and I went, oh, you're still going with that, huh? I said, not a problem, man. I respect it. You got it. Your car. We ordered it up. Car comes in. I told you in the previous vlog. I admit, I was wrong. Jim, nice job. Now here's Jim picking up his 2019 Grand Sport with a feature that I probably never would have thought of had it not been for him. Jim watches us quite often, and I do appreciate that very much. So he come to me one time and he says, hey, Rick, what if I spec out a car? Would you order it for inventory? And I said, yeah, sure, man, I'm up for it. So he brings me this spec, and I went, Kalahari interior with red seat belts. And I said, hey, man, I don't know about that. I was reluctant. I'll admit, I was wrong. So you know what he did? He went up me. He says, hey, screw it. I'm just going to order the car. Here, I'm going to order that car. I'm buying that car. I'm like, are you kidding me? So he orders a white Grand Sport, Kalahari interior, red heritage hash marks, and red seat belts. Jim, you were right. I was wrong. The car looks great, man. It really does. That was funny. You wanted me to do that, and then all of a sudden you come to me, here, I'm just going to order it. I'm like, okay. Oh, that's great. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate it very much. Let's show off the car, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, let's go right to the inside. Now, you know the one thing that you needed, and unfortunately GM doesn't make it available for you with the Kalahari interior, which would have been perfect for your theme, is red stitching. Look at that. Isn't that great? Look how nice that looks. See, it ties in with the red calipers and the red heritage hash marks. I'll get my hand out of the way there. Isn't that great? Jim was right. I was wrong. Red seat belts on Kalahari. Who would have thought? How classy, how sporty. Nice job, man. A little high five on that, brother. Seriously, man. That was, I mean, really, look at, I'm gonna stand back, look at that. See how it all ties in nice? Really, really, really neat. And you've bought several from us, and I just want to thank you for that again. He's been to Spring Mountain. See, oh, I'm looking at your jacket. He's been there several times. He loves that, man. Yeah. Absolutely. But look at this beautiful 19 Grand Sport, guys. Black wheels, red calipers, heritage hash marks, as we mentioned, ties in perfectly with those red seat belts. And Jim's also the guy too. We talked about him with the all-season tires. We mounted those for him before he took delivery. They are on right now. Finally available for Grand Sport. He's had them on Stingray and so forth in the past. You drive your car quite a bit too, don't you?
Year-round daily driver, yes.
I mean, is there any time that you really don't drive it?
If the snow gets up over the rockers, then...
Okay.
No.
All right, fantastic. No, that's great. That's great. So yeah, I know he doesn't like to be on camera, but that's okay. Jim's an awesome guy. He's a fun guy, and we're still going to give him a send-off, Pat, before he gets out of here today. Absolutely. Let him take some pictures of his car. Just glad we can share a little bit of this right here with you on the vlog. Well, Jim knows this already, but just telling you guys in the vlog, the continued business, those opportunities really mean a lot. Jim has just been a great customer. This is the 4th Corvette that he's gotten from us. And we're sitting out here looking at these cars that just came in, and he got a good question. And it doesn't come up anymore, but I figured I'd address it on the vlog. You see those in transit covers that come from Chevrolet? Jim just said, he goes, does anybody actually ask to keep those anymore? And the only time that they did was back in 14. When the Stingray and the C7 first started, everybody wanted everything and they saved them. I was like, well, you can save them if you want. If you can get those back on a car, you're a better man than I, because ain't no way it's torture. They serve a purpose. They're an in-transit cover. I mean, they're on there pretty tight, guys. You wouldn't want to put those back on your car. Use the car cover, like the one we showed you in a recent vlog. I think you guys would like that one a heck of a lot better. Here's something else I thought about too. And we've got a lot more subscribers since I actually told this story without you on the vlog, but I told the story. So I'm just going to say that Jim's in retail. I'm in retail. So he and I get along real well. We have a great conversation, have a great understanding for what we do. And I think a lot of you guys out there can relate to this. I mean, if you see somebody wearing a Corvette shirt, hat, jacket, anywhere you're at, when I'm traveling, you always get that, hey, what year you got? Hey, my friend in high school used to have one of them Corvette things. Yeah, I mean, it always generates a conversation. And for you, in your retail business, you said when you have your car parked outside of work, it generates conversation. All right, your business is more catered to the ladies, so the guys are being tortured. So all of a sudden they see the Corvette out there. Hey, is that your Corvette? It's like, yeah. And so it's actually helped to sales because it breaks down a lot of barriers. It generates a conversation. It's something that we all relate to. It's something that a lot of us, more than you realize, actually have the passion for. So I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah, it is neat. Yeah. So it's helped your sales a little bit. Good for you.
And I let the kids sit in the front seat.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's called pimping the car out. But.
Hey, thanks for your continued business. Seriously, your support.
Thank you, Rick.
You're always a blast. All right, we're gonna do a send-off, Pat, before he goes. He knows that. Never stop being silly. Little send-off, Pat. Congratulations, Jim. All right. Talk to you soon, man. Well, you see, I was wrong. The red seat belts look great against the Kalahari. Thank you, Jim, for that. Congratulations. I really appreciate your support. The only thing I wish that GM would allow us to do is actually add the red stitching with the Kalahari, and that would have been bam! Yeah, but they wouldn't let us do that. Okay, I'm so excited that I get to share past customers with you on the channel. I've got a past customer now that is still a current Stingray owner, and at the time they bought that car in 2014, we weren't doing this thing here, this YouTube thing, this vlog thing. But they came in at the end of the year of 2018 to pick up another vehicle, which I was really happy to help with. I just enjoy working with the Corvette client. It really is that different level. It's just a lot of fun for me, and so is today's clip. But we've got a cute story on why her husband was called a jerk. Here's John and Kathy from Ohio. So Kathy's like, oh no, Rick's got the camera, so I'm out. It's a past customer of mine, John here, and his wife Kathy is hiding over there in the back. And I always like to share with you guys different things I go through in my retail representation. Now, he's a Corvette owner, but he's picking up, look what he's picking up. This is cool. Look at that, guys. Now that's a truck right there. That's a high country. You guys got to believe in a higher power. You got to believe in coincidences. I mean, oh my gosh. So the other day I'm running errands just before Christmas. I pull out, and then just as I'm pulling out of the dealership, there goes a truck by in the same color you have, like the aqua color, what have you, the blue aqua. And I don't know, I hadn't talked to John in about a year. I see him when he comes in for service, what have you. And I thought about John. 2 hours later, I get a phone call from John. Hey, I'm thinking about trading my truck. So, I said, dude, you ain't gonna believe this is bizarre. So I'm busy, I'm doing all kinds of different things. You guys know that, it's nonstop. So I thank you for that opportunity to keep me busy. And believe me, it is crazy. Year-end stuff is just nuts. Me taking the time to do this right now is stupid, but it's fun. And I gotta do it, I gotta share this with you guys. So, you know, I told him, hey, I'll get back to you. So we're texting back and forth. Finally get all the stuff put back together he needed, and I was just, you know, crazy that day, and it's just on the end of my table. It's like, okay, I got all John's stuff, bump, getting ready to call him. He calls me. It's like, here goes that organ playing again. So the third time, he and I are getting ready to connect and converse. I'm getting there, getting all the stuff put together, and it was getting late, and I'm like, do I call John? No, he's local. I'm gonna call him right now. I called him, and he goes, hey man, he goes, this is getting like really weird. He goes, my wife and I are sitting here right now talking about this, and you get Kathy looked at the phone, she goes, oh my God, it's Rick.
It's him.
So, there you go, that little organ, you draw your own conclusion. Well, I just drove this over here from cleanup, and oh my gosh, this is just beautiful. This is high country, baby. It's got a moon roof up there. You're gonna love this truck.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you right now, you're gonna love it. It's fantastic. Now, I'm not gonna make this a Silverado vlog, but I'm just thankful that, oh, my camera's on my step. I'm just thankful that John and I and his wife Kathy were able to get together, do another deal, so thank you for that.
Absolutely.
So John and Kathy are here, great local customers, and just had a good time talking with them. And I wanted to share this with you, and you can jump in at any time, but I thought it was really cute. So they've been together 42 years, and Kathy was saying when they were dating when they were young, her dad was a Ford you guys, well, you know those hardcore Ford guys, well, he was that guy. All right, well, John had a Corvette. So she's standing out front, Dad's working in the yard, and he looks at Kathy and says, what are you doing? I'm waiting for this guy to come pick me up. And she goes, Dad, just wait. This is cool. She goes, just wait till you see the car he's got. So she's excited because John had a Corvette. Am I doing this right so far?
75.
All right, it's a 75 Corvette, that's right. And so, you know, Dad being a hardcore Ford guy, he goes, it's a piece of crap, you know, Corvette, yeah, junk. So I guess he was running late. He looks out there and Kathy's like, well, where's your guy at? She goes, well, I'm sorry, Dad, he's running late, Dad. He goes, he's a jerk. And here they are, 42 years later, baby.
Here we are.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You guys are so... He goes, I just come to buy a truck. What's going on with all this camera stuff? It's pretty cool. So he had a 75, you end up having a 65, and now you got a...
I actually had a 68 as well.
Oh, you did have a 68. I didn't know that. And now you got a C7 in the garage, you don't even drive. See, then that's when you just buy die-cast. If they're just gonna sit, then you just buy die-cast. But that story was awesome. I had to tell it. It's so much fun. I just, you know, I have, you know, you guys know I talk about this all the time on the channel. I have the coolest customers on the planet, and I just thought that was neat, and I want to share that with you as we kind of complete this whole segment. But yet, for those of you watching the channel, you're like, okay, if he's buying a Silverado, are you going to do the normal thing? Yeah, we're going to do that. We do a thing when you guys leave with your new vehicles. We do a thing called a send-off pat. where we pat you on the rear before you get off the road.
What's better than getting a kick in the rear?
But it's the rear of the vehicle, so they didn't know that's the rear of the vehicle. Kathy was like, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, good thing I like this guy. I guess okay. I always think when people don't know that we do that, and we say we pat you on the rear, and I pause, you always get that kind of reaction. Sometimes you're like, "Okay, this guy's nuts. Give me my money back." All right, so we'll do that before they leave. But thanks for sharing that story with us. Thanks for your friendship and the continued business. You guys have been an absolute blast. And there you go. Look at it. Now that's a good looking truck, isn't it? I'll tell you, John and Kathy are always a blast to work with. I'm just glad I had an opportunity to share their experience with you guys on the vlog. Thanks for watching. We're about to give them their send-off pat as soon as they're done. And that's what we'll do time to time. It's not like I'm out here trying to sell Silverados, but if my existing Corvette clients are looking for an alternate vehicle other than Corvette, and I can help you guys with it, I'm very honored to do that. And this just happened to work out well for them. So they're taking advantage of some of the year-end closeout stuff and got themselves a beautiful high country Silverado. And that is, can't say it enough, that is just a good looking truck. All right, I got to do my send-off pat.
Kick in the rear.
Hey man,
Right,
no kick in the rear, just a little pat. Kathy, congratulations. Thank you. You guys are a blast, and I'm glad I got to share just a little bit of your experience, your cool story. 42 years, you guys are awesome. Congratulations, John and Kathy. New Silverado. Thanks, you guys. Wow, 42 years. Now that's cool. And that's the fun stuff I love sharing right here on the channel. Thanks for joining us. John and Kathy, thanks for allowing us to do that. This is pretty cool stuff. The channel continues to grow. Appreciate all the support out there. Our next vlog is going to be scheduled for Sunday, our Coffee with Conti. I don't have a teaser on what we're going to be talking about, but so hope you join us. I know it's going to be something relative to Corvette. I have no clue what we're doing on Sunday, but we'll figure it out. See you guys on Sunday. Like this video with a thumbs up, make a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and thank you again for the support as we just hit 11,000 subscribers. Yeah!